is Sophia. Welcome to my trading channel. Happy 2021, 新年快乐, as we say in Chinese. This is actually the first video I am making for 2021. So I will be going over some of the stocks that performed really well in 2020 and some of the stocks that were not doing so well in 2020. Let's have a review. And also I'll be mentioning a couple stocks that I will be some of them I already bought and some of them I will be buying very soon for 2021 in my portfolio. I also want to remind everyone, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will be updating the videos more frequently in this coming year. I am a penny stock trader on a daily basis, and also I'm focused on all the high growth stocks as an investor. So if you join my Discord group, I will be sending out all those private alerts every week, every day, all the time. There's a very interesting articles Seeking Alpha about the 2020's biggest winners on both S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100. So of course, what grabs my eye is the top three. S&P is Tesla, SC, and Nvidia. So Tesla is up 743% this year, which is like 7 times than its January price, and SC is up 300%, and Nvidia is up 122%. So these are very impressive numbers. As you all know, that I am a long-term holder for Tesla, and I don't hold any positions in SC and Nvidia. Nvidia for me is kind of too expensive for my taste right now, so I'm gonna pass on them. But I do hold AMD. I do have some positions in AMD, and I still think this chip maker is gonna do good as a long-time growth stocks in 2021. So, but Tesla, let's take a look at Tesla as well. So after Tesla's inclusion in S&P 500, you could tell his price has been much more steady and much more less volatile. So this past 1 month, let me see a more advanced chart right here. So Tesla's chart, this is the 1 month. Let's look at the 1 month chart for Tesla. So this last month, Tesla has been just have I think this is December 20th. That's like the day for his S&P 500 inclusion. It dipped a little bit to 559, and then ever since that it has just been growing steadily. Let me draw this line right here so you can see. Yes, so he's in this trend line and going upward in that upward channel. So Tesla, I do think Tesla is still gonna be good to hold for 2021. And see, he is in the bullish channel right now. He's not going anywhere else. And ever since I feel like that's just how I feel. Ever since they announced his inclusion, I have feel Tesla's price has been less, volatile. It doesn't jump around as much as before. It doesn't dip as much. I think the latest dip I remember, it was go all the way to right here, 621. That was a big dip, and then we just bounce back. That's what we always say, right? It's like Tesla is like the magical stock. Don't try to short Tesla. Don't bet against Elon Musk, right? So as you can see on Friday, I think it's on Friday, right? Yes, December 31st, Friday, it did hit resistance at 716. So see this channel right here. So Tesla's price has been hitting 716 and then bounced and then dipped to 700. And it looks like you want to go again, but because I think today, this weekend, Tesla just had, I wouldn't say bad news, just not as positive as we thought it would be. Like his Q4 delivery didn't meet the expectation, so you're probably gonna expect a little bit of drop on Monday, but I'm not even worried about it. I think Tesla is still gonna be doing good in 2021, and I will be holding my position for the long term. I sold some of my position around 660, but sometimes you just have to take profit, right? But if you don't hold any Tesla stocks at this point, why buy right now, right? I think it's kind of too expensive right now to even jump in. You're chasing the highs. You had all this like chances to buy Tesla before he hits 720, right? So you had all chance all year to buy Tesla. You had chances to buy Tesla at even $100 this year, but you didn't buy it. So I wouldn't even want to be thinking about Tesla right now. Tesla is going to be one of the strongest stocks in S&P 500 from now on. So I would say you could put a little bit of money. If you are not a trader like me, you're an investor, yes, you could put a little bit of money in there, just like you put money in the bank, you know. Tesla will be growing, but Tesla probably won't be growing, like won't go 7 times more in 2021 again, because I really don't think it's gonna grow that much. I think Tesla might hit 800 next year, but that's pretty much it. I don't really see Tesla like 7 times the price times 7 this year. So that's what I think. So let's take a look at Etsy, because I have traded Etsy before, but I do not hold any Etsy. But since it has I think Etsy is one of those like stay-at-home stocks that have benefited a lot over the pandemic this year. But I have taken a look at Etsy charts earlier, and it looks like it has been consolidating already. Let's take a 1 month chart. Yeah, I'm gonna draw a line right here. So I don't know. It does kind of look like a double button to me, but also, that could be head and shoulder as well. So I think because it has been like growing a lot this year. It's a stay-at-home. I still think it's a very good company. Overall, it's still gonna be growing, but I do not know if this is a good place to be jumping right now, because if you take a look at a longer duration of the chart, you could see Etsy is, they are growing stock, but they bounce back and forth a lot too. See right here. See this is October 20th. See, it hit 153 and it dipped all the way to 20. That's $30 of difference. So right now we have seen his all-time high is at 198 and it dipped to 177. I mean, I still feel like it's a very strong stocks, but I wouldn't trying to look for entry right now. Even you do believe this is gonna do good, you're an investor, you think it's gonna grow even more. Yes, I agree. Etsy is gonna grow even more in next couple of years. But I just don't know if right now I would jump in right now. I would try to see if it would be good if we see more of the consolidated like lines here. See if you okay. Here's the thing. If you really want to take a position in Etsy, I would say you could take a position now, but do put your stop loss around the $173. If it breaks that resistance at $176, I think it might dip more. But overall, I think Etsy is a good stock. But it did go up a lot. So it needs a little pullback. It needs a little bit correction, and which is very normal in stock market. So that's what I think. First stock I think worth looking at is PayPal. I do love PayPal. I love PayPal, and I hold a small position of PayPal right now, but I'm willing to add more for next year. PayPal is gonna have a whole bunch more catalysts coming next couple of years. I think it's a good company. It's been going great, and look at this chart. So PayPal is just being March. March we have the worst months of the year. So March it did dip to $84, but ever since that, PayPal has just been catching up nonstop, all the way to $200. That's just incredible. That's just amazing. And with PayPal right now, their whole thing with them and the cryptocurrency, doing so well, I think PayPal is just gonna be like another growth stock. I know $200 is not really like penny stock or $10 or $20, or it's not like a NIO kind of price, but I do like PayPal. I think PayPal is gonna do good. Cryptocurrency is so hot right now. PayPal is definitely worth looking at and take a position at. If you don't want to buy it high, you could wait to see if it will pull back to $217. You could set your sell limit. You could set your buy limit in advance, and that looks like a good initial position for me to take. I think it's probably gonna dip more, but who knows with this market, right? I do think PayPal is gonna. I do like PayPal. I do think PayPal worth your attention too. So another stocks I'm gonna talk about is Zoom. Zoom has been going up a lot for the obvious reason. It has benefited so much. For a newer company like Zoom, the stock price has just been picking up, rally all the way throughout 2020, and right now it's being trying to consolidate. I don't think Zoom has found its support yet. It looks like it might even dip to $294. But overall, I just think Zoom is still a good company, and I don't think Zoom is gonna going away anytime soon. So even the pandemic is over, and a lot of companies, a lot of small business, even individuals or school education system, they have benefits so much through long distance meetings, long distance business meeting, long distance education. So all of those people and all those companies, they're still gonna be using Zoom, and Zoom is not going anywhere else. And Zoom right now, yes, they had, I think 2 weeks ago or something, they had some bad news coming out about the privacy issues, how they deal with the customers' data, that kind of thing happened, and some negative news about Zoom over how Zoom is helping the CCP in China, they're leaking customers or client status in order to help the government down there. This is definitely the data breach, and the security side is definitely something Zoom needs to work on. Once they get this squared away, I think Zoom is still gonna be a really strong stocks for 2021. And right now, it's almost going back to the price in August. So once Zoom consolidated and trying to go up again, it's chart wise, it has so much upside, right? If Zoom consolidated, let's say at $280, and you try to take a position around there, and Zoom is gonna try to jump back to $560, just a matter of time, just like a Bitcoin. So it's easy chart reading. It's no brainer. I think Zoom, yes, I like Zoom. If you right now holding the bags in Zoom, don't worry about it. You just have to probably, suffer a little bit. You're going to have to look at negative number for a little bit, but stock, it's gonna come back. This is a good company. Nothing has changed. The fundamentals still good. It was a little pricey at $500, but I think it's gonna be okay. If Zoom could go back to around 292, I think is a legit number. It's a reasonable number. All right, Disney. Yes, I do love Disney. I love Disney. I had a big position in Disney ever since they reported a good revenues result for Disney Plus a couple months ago, and ever since that, and just chart wise, right? Ever since they go back to their price level in March at 179, Disney has just been flying. Right now, I could see it's trying to break this resistance level at $183, but it's just a matter of time. So right now, I think they're just gonna going from $180 to $183 back and forth, and they're gonna consolidate, and eventually they're gonna try to break the $183. Disney is going to be big, because my logic is very simple, right? Netflix, yes, they have 7 million or 4 million users all over the world. yeah, it's a big number, but also Netflix is like the first inventor. I mean, the first people benefit from the whole media thing, the whole online streaming business thing, right? Of course, they're gonna have more customer base, but Disney knows how to do business. Disney has been known how to expanding their products to an amazing level, right? Their enterprise has so many. Their franchise has so many experience. Like the whole Mandalorian thing. I mean, they could do anything they want. It's Disney. I love Disney. Disney right now, once all the theme park reopened and they're gonna pick it up again. This pandemic is not gonna stay here forever. So once it goes away, Disney's gonna reopen all the park. Their revenue gonna jump again, and plus this whole online streaming service they're doing right now, which is, I mean, it's respectful, really. Like, they have done such an amazing job, right? Everyone is thinking Disney is gonna go down because everything they own relies on the theme park. But and their Mulan movie got delayed. They had all this money spent on that movie. I don't know if they made it back or not. I personally don't like the movie, but Disney like find out like a solution and like a way of doing this. It's pretty amazing. They found out that Disney Plus, I have never seen a company could pick up itself in a crisis so fast and make something out of it. It's just amazing. It's a good company. I would love to be, who doesn't want to be an investor for that kind of company, right? And my price target for Disney will be $200 to $300 in the next couple of years. So just stay tuned. Okay, here's another interesting article. It's about the worst performers in S&P 500 in 2020. So the top 20 losers are these guys. And the first one is Carnival Cruise. Second one is OXY, Occidental Petroleum Corporation. And third one is NCLH, Norwegian Cruise Line. And then the list goes on, and there's some familiar names, some well-known names in there as well. American Airlines, Simon Property, SPG, etc. So NASDAQ, these are the guys that's leading the 10 worst performers. And the Dows, Boeing, WBA, CVX, INTC, MRK, JP Morgan, Cisco, IBM. So, you probably were like, I don't want to buy those stocks. I don't want to buy the losers. But there are a couple of stocks I do feel like you could consider buying the dip since they're so cheap right now. The first one I like, it would be one of those like cruise line stocks. Let's take a look at CCL first. So we all know like the travel and cruise line, they are like be dropping so much this year. So this whole year, Carnival Cruise has been down 57%. But same logic I have, it's not gonna go away forever. This coronavirus is gonna eventually be going away, and there's still gonna be people travel on the cruise again. And once they get some probable government help, funding help, or loan help, they'll get through this just fine. I think so. And let's look at their technical chart. So for the 5-year chart, you could see, the stock price itself is not doing that amazing anyway. See, from 2016 to 2019, you could see from 2016 and the peak at 2018, and it's been dropping ever since. So cruise line itself is probably not doing so well itself already. And with the pandemic hit, it's just been dropping so ugly. And I don't know. I think eventually, if you have some extra money, you have some like money that you don't need right now, you could probably put in to one of those cruise line companies, because eventually just technical analysis perspective, I think eventually it's gonna probably trying to go back to $40 and that's about what, $20 of profit per share. So that's pretty good. You could, if you really want to be involved, you think this is dirt cheap right now, you could buy the dip. But I personally wouldn't buy CCL right now. It just overall chart shows me the cruise line isn't doing great anyway. I still like Boeing. It's such a strong company, and Boeing doesn't have a lot of peers. You know, Airbus is the only one I could think of right now. And the whole issue is the Boeing's the 747 Max, 746, right? 746 Max. Yeah, the whole problem with it is it's gonna go away eventually, and once the airline itself has recovered, I think a lot of reason Boeing is not picking back up their orders as fast as you imagine is also their major client of the airlines, and the airlines itself, they are suffering themselves. They don't really have extra money and extra capital to place a new order for the new plane. But you know, from the technical side, right, last year, yes, before it tanked in March with the incident, also because coronavirus, travel restriction, all that stuff, airlines has been like canceling their orders with Boeing. But Boeing has such a strong, like, if you just look at the chart, right, at least it's gonna go back to $300, and now it's at $214. So that's close to $80 per share of potential profit you could eventually make. So I like Boeing. I personally hold Boeing. I think it's gonna go strong. It's a very, very unique industry, and it doesn't have a lot of peers. So I think Boeing is gonna be fine. I also want to talk about Intel. So Intel is because as an older chip maker, Intel has been, they have so many new competitors trying to share the market cap, but it looks like Intel, I look at their chart a couple of days ago, it looks like to me they're about to get out of that triangle. So right here is the support for Intel. Let me draw this line real quick. Move it up a little bit. So at $44, around $44 is the support for Intel, right? And the upward potential right here, I'm gonna draw right here, at $56. You could literally rinse and repeat and trading this stock non-stop. Every time it dipped to around $44, you could put a buy order at $44 and then sell at $57, because that's going to happen, right? That's eventually going to happen. If you don't want to wait that long, you could even put the sell limit at $50, right? You could literally make a lot of money over this. But overall, I think Intel it's consolidated right now. Eventually, you're probably not going to see a whole lot of movement. It's going to turn into like a straight horizontal line. That's whenever they're going to jump back up. I think Intel is gonna go back up to $68 and more. It's just what I think. It's still very dirt cheap right now. I think if you have extra money, buy some Intel. It's gonna work. You could even, if you don't believe what I said, you could even put your stop limit at $43. So you have $1 of risk, but you have what, $20 of potential profit per share. That's really good risk reward, I think. So I highly recommend buying Intel and doing the rinse and repeat trading. This, you don't have to invest in this. You just trade the stock. All for today, and I will be talking about some of the high growth stock I'll be buying very soon, or I already bought very soon in the next video. So stay tuned. Please, if you like this video, please hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe my channel. And I'm Sophia, and see you guys next time. Oh, and also, don't forget, if you're interested, you could join our free trading Discord community. And if you want to have my weekly and daily penny stock pick list, or midterm and long-term stock picks, you're welcome to join my Patreon, and the link is down below. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you, guys.